we discussed some of the portion. So I hope you are making the revision of that. So these are the some of the applications based on equation of continuity. So here maybe you already learned. So how the blood flow takes place and how the heart attack takes place. So we know in person suffering with advanced heart condition, the artery get constricted due to the accumulation of plaque on its inner wall. So in order to drive the blood through its construction, greater demand is placed on the activity of the heart. The speed of the blood flows increases in this region. So according to Bernoulli's principle, so blood flow and heart attack, those are working based on the principle of Bernoulli's principle. So the inside pressure drops and arteries may collapse. That is due to external pressure. The heart exerts further pressure to open this artery and forces the blood through. As the blood rushes through the opening, internal pressure once again drops, leading to the repeat collapse. ಈ phenomena ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ vascular filter, which can be heard on a stethoscope. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, this results heart attack ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So this is one of the application of Bernoulli's principle. And second one, maybe you learned these applications in first year only. Second one, dynamic lift of a ball, that is due to Mangus effect. What is Mangus effect ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. So when a spinning ball is thrown, it deviates from its usual path in A. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? That is due to difference in velocities of A. ಅಂದ್ರೆ pressure difference arises in lower and upper phases. The ball lift upward by the net upward force. ಆ phenomenon ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? That dynamic lift that is due to spinning is called Mangus effect ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. This is one of the important concept that you have to remember. Next, we shall see what is the meaning of viscosity. So viscosity is one of the property. Maybe you know the differences between viscosity and solid friction. Friction ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ in case of opposing force ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Viscosity ಕೂಡ that is one of the opposing force ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. But viscosity property in case of liquids use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Whereas ಈ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೈತೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಟರ್ಮಿನಾಲಜಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಶಲ್ ಗ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಸ್ಕಾಸಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ವಿಸ್ಕಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್. ಎಂತ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅದ? ಬೈ ವರ್ಚ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪೋಸಸ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ adjacent layers. So it is the fluid friction antunu karibodu or internal friction antunu karibodu. And some of the differences between viscosity and solid friction, those are mentioned here. Nodri ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ವಿಸ್ಕಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್. ಆಸ್ ದ ಲೇಯರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಟು ದ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ? It is the external friction, as the friction force is due to external body and karitivi. So this is the first difference. So these are the some of the difference that is mentioned here. Second one, so in case of viscosity, viscous force that is directly proportional to the surface area of the contact of liquid layers. But solid friction independent of area of the solid in contact with it. Third one, viscosity property is directly proportional to the relative velocity between two layers of the liquid whereas solid friction, it is independent of the relative velocity of one body with respect to another body in contact. So adhe tara fourth difference, it does not depend upon normal reaction between two layers of the liquid. But in case of solid friction, it is directly proportional to the normal reaction between the surface in contact. So these are the some of the differences that you have to remember. Maybe that is helpful to solve the further coming problems. Next in this chapter, we learnt about Newton's law of viscosity. So here, viscous force acting between two layers of a liquid flowing in a streamlined motion that is given by the formula F is equal to minus of neta A into dV by dy. dV by dy andre ಏನು represent ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತದ? So this represent that is velocity gradient. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ neta ಏನು represent ಮಾಡತ್ತ? That represent coefficient of viscosity of a fluid. A ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ? That is area of contact between the layers. So that is mathematically represented as F is equal to minus of neta A into dV by dy. So next, Stokes law. What the Stokes law represents and how we are going to represent mathematically andre. So when a sphere of radius r ittu andra, it moves uniformly through a viscous liquid. So then retarding force experienced by the sphere that is given by the formula Fv is equal to Fv andre eno, that symbol is used to represent viscous force that is equal to 6 pi neta r into v. So 6 pi is the constant value. So neta is nothing but that is the coefficient of viscosity, r is radius, and v is the velocity. So Stokes law is mathematically represented by the formula Fv is equal to 6 pi neta into r into v. You have to remember all these formulas. Next, we shall see what is the meaning of terminal velocity and how we are going to represent mathematically. In order to explain terminal velocity, so I considered this diagram here. So here, when a solid sphere, so this is the solid sphere, falls in the liquid. So this, it is falls in the liquid means then its accelerating velocity is controlled by the viscous force of the liquid, and hence it attains a constant velocity. A constant velocity ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Terminal velocity. And mathematically ಅಥವಾ symbolically it is represented as Vt. V ಅಂದ್ರೆ velocity. T ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? Terminal velocity ಅಂತ represent ಮಾಡಕ. So that is represented as Vt. So at equilibrium ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ? Fb plus of Fv is equal to W. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ Fb ಐತಿ, ಇದು Fv ಐತಿ. So that is at equilibrium position it is given by Fb plus of Fv is equal to total W ಆಗುತ್ತಾ. So just substitute Fb as 4 by 3 pi r cube sigma into G, and Fv is equal to 6 pi neta r into Vt. So W andra 4 by 3 pi r cube rho into G ಅಂತ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ values ಎಲ್ಲ substitution ಮಾಡಿ ಏನ Fb value 4 by 3 pi r cube rho into G ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿನಿ. Fv ನ 6 pi neta r into terminal velocity, W value ನ substitution ಮಾಡೀನಿ. So by using all the known values, so I got the equation for terminal velocity, that is Vt is equal to 2 by 9 r square in the bracket rho minus of sigma into divided by neta into G. The variation of velocity with the time. So that is already shown in the graph. This is the graph of velocity versus time. So if you plot the graph of velocity versus time, the nature of the graph, it looks like this. That is already shown here. Just you have to remember these points. Next, we shall see what is the meaning of Poiseuille's formula. So Poiseuille's formula, so in order to know that one, so the volume of liquid flowing per second through the horizontal capillary tube of length L and radius R across a pressure difference under streamline motion. That is, mathematically it is represented as V is equal to pi p r raised to 4 divided by 8 neta into L. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? P by R ಅಂತನೂ ಬರಿಬಹುದಾ? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ R ಅಂತಂದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿವಿ. That is nothing but liquid resistance 8 neta L divided by pi R raised to 4. Next, two capillary tubes are ಎರಡು join ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರ so ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? So that is represented as P is equal to, ನೋಡು series parallel ಅಂತ ಹೆಂಗ್ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? Suppose two capillary tubes join ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರ in the series form ಒಳಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರ that is represented as combination of those two. P is equal to P1 plus of P2 where V is the same through the two tubes. Equivalent resistance that is represented as RS is equal to R1 plus of R2. ಅದೇ ತರ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇವೆರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಒಳಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಹೆಂಗ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಒಳಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಯಾವ ತರ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಟೂ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಲರಿ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಜಾಯಿಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರ equivalent resistance is represented as Rp is equal to R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Suppose in parallel that is a combination of two and the V is equal to V1 plus of V2, but pressure difference P is the same across both the tubes irutta. So these two conditions you have to remember. Next, what is the meaning of Reynolds number? So why we are using that one? So Reynolds number, that is the type of flow pattern. It may be laminar irbodu, turbulent irbodu. So that Reynolds number that is used to determine by non-dimensional number, that is one kind of number. So here what kind of flow of liquidities anta identify madaka Reynolds number use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. And mathematically it is given by Re is equal to rho Vd divided by neta, where rho andre eno, that is density of the fluid, and neta is nothing but viscosity flowing through the speed v, and d denotes the diameter of the obstacle athwa boundary of that is fluid flow antunu represent ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So Reynolds number, that is one of the number it is. Why we are using andra what kind of flow of liquid anta identify ಮಾಡಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ. So ನೋಡಿ next ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಟೇಬಲ್ ತೋರಿಸಿದೆ. So this is the type of flow of liquid. ಯಾವ ಟೈಪ್ ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮೇಲೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಏನ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ರೆನಾಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ RE ಅಂತ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ 1000 ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಲೆಮಿನಾರ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದನ್ 2000 ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಟರ್ಬುಲೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬಹುದು. ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ 1000 and 2000 ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಲೆಮಿನಾರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ turbulent ತರ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಇದನ್ನ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಗ್ರಾಜುವಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೋ at certain speed, transition from laminar flow to turbulent flow takes place. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. One thing you have to remember, for lower density and higher viscosity fluid ittandra laminar flow is more probable irutta. So this you have to remember. Next we shall see about surface tension. Surface tension, so that is also one of the property of the liquid itself. So what kind of property it is? So surface tension, that is the property due to which the free surface of the liquid tends to have minimum surface area and it behaves like a stretched membrane. So that is called the surface tension anta karitivi. And surface tension, mathematically it is represented as, or according to definition, surface tension S is equal to F divided by L anta represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Surface tension is the, ನೀವು ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. ಏನ? that is the force per unit length acting in the plane of interface between liquid and the bounding surface. According to definition, mathematically it is represented as S is equal to F divided by L. F andre enalle force acting on either side of the imaginary line. L andre ena length of the imaginary line. So surface tension of the SI unit, Newton per meter, dimensional formula is mt minus 2 anta baratta. Hagadre sometimes they may ask on what factor that affects the surface tension. So what are the factors that affect the surface tension antunu kelbodu. So that is first one the factors, first one temperature, second one impurities are the factors that affect the surface tension. ನೋಡಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ವಿತ್ decreases with the rise in temperature. And second point, so another factor that affect the surface tension is impurities. So highly soluble impurities increases the surface tension, and sparingly soluble impurities decreases the surface tension. These are the two factors that affect the surface tension. So next, what is the meaning of surface energy? So surface energy is always represented as E. As the molecules on the surface experience a net downward force, so to bring the molecules from interior to the free surface of the molecule, amount of work done against the internal force gets stored as the external potential energy of the surface molecules. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. And SI unit ಏನ joules, dimensional formula is ml to t minus 2 ಅಂತ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Got this one? Next, and surface tension is numerically equal to increase in surface energy per unit area anta. Mathematically how we are going to represent this one? So mathematically it is represented as the work done is stored as a surface energy of the film. So that is already shown in the diagram here. That is E is equal to S into 2L into delta X. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? S as it is, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾ ಏನಂತ represent ಮಾಡೀನಿ delta A. So this S is kept as it is. So surface energy S is equal to W divided by delta A ಅಂತನೂ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. delta A ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ increase in area ಅಂತ ಮೀನಿಂಗು. delta A ನ L or S is equal to E ಅಂತನೂ represent ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So from this, surface tension is numerically equal to the increase in surface energy per unit area ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Next, we shall see about angle of contact. So what is the meaning of angle of contact? Angle of contact, when a free surface of a liquid comes in contact with a solid, it becomes curved at the place of contact. The angle made inside the liquid between tangent to the solid surface and tangent to the liquid surface at the point of contact ಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ angle of contact ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So that is one of the property of the material in contact. It does not change by change in inclination of the solid. So that is already shown here. So angle of contact for liquid does not wet the solid ittu andre that is already shown here. For silver, point of contact with pure water, the angle of contact is 90 degree. Same thing, suppose the liquids which wets the solid ittu andaga angle of contact value yavaglu greater than 90 degree irutta. So this is the point of contact, this is the angle of contact. For glass and water yavaglu eniruttade angle of contact is theta is less than 90 degree irutta. Less than 90 degree idre matra it wets the solid anta identify ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Suppose next example, for glass and mercury, the angle of contact for these two is theta must be greater than 90 degree irutta. So avaga liquid it does not wet the solid agirutta. So you can consider any example for those angle of contact is greater than 90 degree tandra such kind of liquid it does not wet the solid agirutta. So these are the some of the points that you have to remember about angle of contact. So next point, the solid liquid pair whose contact is less than the 90 degree ittu antandra already idu nodidivi adu it wets the liquid agirutta. So different shape of water droplets with interfacial tension that is already shown in the figure A on a lotus leaf ittu antandra ee tara agirutte andra al angle of contact differ agutte on clean plastic sheet that is already shown in figure B. So from illenagutta how the mucus is going to form annodanna with the diagrammatically it is shown here. And for the figure B, SLA is equal to cos theta plus of S is equal to S alle SA ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಬಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ಹೆಂಗಾಗುತ್ತಾ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕೂಡ we already learned that one, but just we are glancing here. So in case of droplets and bubbles, excess pressure inside a liquid droplets. Suppose if you are considering the liquid drop of radius r ittandra, surface tension of the liquid S ittu andra, so then it is represented as delta r ante yak represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So delta r is nothing but that is increase in radius due to pressure difference. Therefore, it is represented as P minus of P naught is equal to delta P. So outward force on the drops F is equal to delta P into area. Adana hang represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ delta P as it is in area andra 4 pi r square ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ substitution ಮಾಡಿವಿ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ work done in increasing the radius is represented as delta W is equal to delta P into 4 pi r square into delta R ಅಂತ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Got this one? So next, increase in potential energy is equal to surface tension into increase in area. Mathematically, it is represented as delta U is equal to S into 4 in the bracket R plus of delta R whole square minus of 4 pi R square. Idana heng baribodu? Delta U is equal to 8 pi S R into delta R. ಅಲ್ಲಿ delta R into R ಅಂದ್ರೆ R square ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. It can be neglected. ಇದನ್ನ neglect ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. So ಅವಾಗ at equilibrium position delta U is equal to delta W ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So that's equal to 4 pi R square delta P into delta R. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? 8 pi S R into delta R ಅಂತಾನು ಬರಿಬಹುದು. ಅಥವಾ delta P is equal to 2S divided by R ಅಂತಾನು ಬರಿಬಹುದು. Or you can represent this one as P minus of P naught is equal to 2S divided by R ಅಂತನು ಹಾಕೋಬಹುದು. So ಅದೇ ತರ excess pressure inside a soap bubble ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರ soap bubble has a two surfaces which are in contact with the air both inside and outside the bubble. So as its radius increased by delta R, work done in increasing radius that is given by delta W is equal to delta P into 4 pi R square into delta R. So therefore, increase in potential energy in case of a soap bubble is given by 2 into surface tension into increase area. So mathematically it is represented as delta U is equal to 16 S pi R into delta R anta represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So just remember these formulas. How we are going to modify. Therefore, delta P ಅಥವಾ P minus of P naught in case of that soap bubble is given by 4S divided by R anta represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ತರ excess pressure an air bubble in liquid ittu andra excess pressure is represented as delta P is equal to 2S divided by R anta represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So this is all about droplets and soap bubble. And next, capillary rise andre enu? So capillary rise, so why it is needed? Angle of contact is acute ittu andra a surface of water yav tara mucus formation agutta, shape yav tara formation agutta annodana ille we are going to see here. So here angle of contact acute ittu andra surface of water in formation agutta, concave shape formation agutta. So there is a pressure difference between two sides of the top surface. Mathematically it is represented as Pi minus of P naught is equal to 2S divided by R, that's equal to 2S divided by A sec theta athava 2S divided by A into cos theta. So consider this one as equation 1 antogolana. So pressure of water inside the tube at mucus is less than the atmospheric pressure to andra at point A and B at the same level. So that is already shown here that this is A and this is B. So both are at same level. So pressure difference must be P naught plus of H rho G is equal to PA that is equal to PI. ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು H rho G is equal to PI minus of P naught. So consider this one as equation 2. From equation 1 and 2 ಎರಡು equate ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ H rho G is equal to 2S divided by A into cos theta or ನಮಗೆ H equation ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು 2S divided by rho G A into cos theta. H ಅಂದ್ರೇನಾ rise in capillary height ಅಂತ ಅದರ ಮೀನಿಂಗು. So from this what we come to know is theta is less than 90 degree ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರ shape ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ meniscus formation ಆಗುತ್ತಾ concave meniscus formation ಆಗುತ್ತಾ. H ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಾ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ರೈಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. Suppose theta value is greater than 90 degree ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರ meniscus formation shape ಏನಿರುತ್ತಾ ಕಾನ್ವೆಕ್ಸ್ meniscus ಇರುತ್ತಾ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರ fall of liquid takes place ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Got this one? Next, how the detergents are going to work, that is due to surface tension ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ. So in order to show that one, so some of the diagrams are shown here. So dirty cloths contain grease irutta, oil stains irutta, they are sticking to the cotton or other fabrics. In day-to-day life we came across. They are cleaned. Hang clean ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? By adding detergents or soap to the water. Soaking cloths in it and shaking. ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಟರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಡಿಟರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರ the molecules of the detergents are hairpin shaped with one end attracted to water and other to the molecules of the grease, oil or wax. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಾ it tending to form a water oil interface formation ಆಗುತ್ತಾ. That is already shown in the diagram below. So ನೋಡ್ರಿ addition of detergents ಏನ ಯಾಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಮೂಲಕ ಡಿಟರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಮೂಲಕ ಇಟ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ದ ಡ್ರಾಸ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಈವನ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎನರ್ಜೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಫೇವರೇಬಲ್ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಚ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಲ್ಲೇ ಗ್ಲೋಬ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡರ್ಟ್ surrounded by detergents and then by water. So this kind of process using surface active detergents or surfactants is important not only for cleaning but also in recovering the oil, mineral ores, etc. So here some of the diagram how they are going to take place mechanism that is shown here. Soap molecules with head attached to the water. The diagram it looks like this. And next, platter with particles of grease dirt ittu andra. So the molecules are looking like this. Water is added. Dirt is not dissolved iddaga. Arrangement of the molecules are like this. And these are some of the points that you should remember. And just glance all the synopsis once. That is helpful in order to solve the multiple choice questions here. Okay, first question we shall see. Which of the following statement is correct? And they have given 4 options and you have to choose the correct answer. So ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರ್ಬೋದು ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋವಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಗೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ ನೀವು? ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್. Second one, solids and liquids have fixed volume. Third one, both solids and liquid does not have a fixed volume. Fourth one, liquids have a fixed volume, but solids and gases does not have a fixed volume anta kottidare. So yararu guess ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ ಇದನ್ನ? Pavan, Ruchita, Shivashankar, Shushmita, Shivakumar. Can you guess the answer? Sadaf, Sneha, Lakshmi, Vidyarani, Firdos, Chetan. Can you guess the answer? So among 4 options, here we have to guess the right answer. So solids and liquid have a fixed volume iratta. When we talk about fixed volume of solid or liquid, we mean its volume under atmospheric pressure iratta. So when we observe all the 4 options, for first one, the right answer is B1, that is solid and liquid have a fixed volume. So first read the question and go through all the 4 options and try to analyze the right answer. Next, second one. Which of the following statement is correct anta kottidare? And below they have given 4 options. Shearing stress of fluid is about 10 times smaller than that of solid. Second one, shearing stress of fluid is about 100 times smaller than that of solid. Third one, shearing stress of fluid is about 1000 times smaller than that of solid. Fourth option, shearing stress of fluid is about million times smaller than that of solid anta 4 option kottidara. So among 4 options, the right answer is D one. That is, shearing stress of fluid is about million times smaller than that of solids. So if you go through the synopsis thoroughly, you can easily possible to answer these questions. Next, third one. Pressure applied to an enclosed fluid is transmitted undiminished to every point of the fluid and the wall of the containing vessel. So this law was first formulated by. So yaradru answer ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ ಇದನ್ನ? First option Reynolds, second one Bernoulli, third one Pascal, fourth one Torricelli ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಗೆಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್? ಸೊ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, so when we observe all this one, pressure applied to an enclosed fluid transmitted undiminished to every point of fluid and wall of the containing vessel. ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದು? ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾರು ಕೊಟ್ರು ಅಂತ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ರೆನಾಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಬರ್ನಾಲಿಸ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾಸ್ಕಲ್, ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್ ಟಾರಿಸೆಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ. ಸೊ ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತಾ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಪಾಸ್ಕಲ್. ಪಾಸ್ಕಲ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? ಸೊ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಟು ಆನ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ is transmitted undiminished to every point of the fluid ಅಂತ and wall of the containing vessel. This statement was given by Pascal. Therefore, right answer is C1. So remaining students ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದವಾ? Next, fourth one. Which of the following conversion is correct ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ. ಇಲ್ಲೇ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ. ಏನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ ಅವ್ರು. 1 atmospheric value 1.01 into 10 to the power of 4 Pascal ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ. So 1 millimeter of Hg is equal to 133 Pascal, 1 bar is equal to 10 to the power of 7 and 1 torr is equal to 10 to the power of 2. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನೆನಪಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರ ಇದನ್ನ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಫಾರ್ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್, so Minaj answered right one, that is B1 is the right answer. Good. So next one, fifth one. Pressure is a scalar quantity. ಯಾಕ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ ಅವ್ರು. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? Pressure is a scalar quantity because it is the ratio of component of the force normal to the area and it is independent on the size of the areas chosen. Therefore, for fifth one, when we observe all the 4 options, the right answer is C1. That is, it is the ratio of the component of the force normal to the area. The right answer is fifth one. Getting this one? Sixth one in care node. Pressure at a point inside a liquid does not depend on. So they have given 4 options. So which is the related we have to choose? So 4 options they have given. So here what are the 4 options andre? First option, the nature of the liquid. Second option, shape of the container. Third option, depth of point below the surface of the liquid. Fourth option, acceleration due to gravity at that point. So ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ pressure depend on depth of the point below the surface and nature of the liquid and acceleration due to gravity. ಆದ್ರೆ it is independent of amount of liquid and shape of the container ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ for sixth one right answer ಯಾವ್ದಿರುತ್ತ? B1 is the right answer. That is, shape of the container is the right answer. Next, seventh one, the 2 Fermi each of cross-sectional area 10 centimeter square supports the upper part of the human body of mass 40 kg. The average pressure sustained by the firms is G value in the bracket ಒಳಗ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ so among 4 option which is 4 option 2 into 10 to the power of 3, 2 into 10 to the power of 4, 2 into 10 to the power of 5 and 2 into 10 to the power of 6 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫರ್ಮಿ ಅಂದ್ರ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 2 into 10 to the power of 2 into 10 centimeter square ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು 20 into 10 to the power of -4 ಅಂತ. So let us see how to solve this one. Seventh one. So what the question they asked? So just remember the question and along with 4 options, then it is easy to solve. ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ ಅವರು? Total cross sectional area of the Fermi. So area is equal to 2 into 10 ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅದು ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗ? 2 into 10 into 10 to the power of -4 meter square ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದಾ? ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೀತೀನಿ ನಾನು? 20 into 10 to the power of -4 ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದೆಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರ F is equal to m into g. m ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 40 ಐತಿ, g ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 10 ಮೀಟರ್ per second square ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ. ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 400 ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಬರುತ್ತ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ F is equal to 400 ನ್ಯೂಟನ್. So average pressure sustained by them, that is calculated by using formula pressure is equal to force by area. So F value we calculated that one as 400. Area is 20 into 10 to the power of -4. Simplify ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per meter square ಅಂತ ಬಂತು. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾಗತ್ತ? For seventh one, which one is the right answer? So for seventh one, C one is the right answer. That is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per meter square. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Got this one? Eighth one. So just go through the question. A 50 kg girl wearing heel shoes. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅವರು ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ. A 50 kg girl wearing heel shoes balances on a single heel. Heel is a circular with a diameter 1 centimeter. The pressure exerted by the heel on the horizontal floor ಅನ್ನ calculate ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಯಾರ. So they have given 4 options. Among 4 options we have to choose the right option. So ನೋಡ್ರಿ 8th one ಗೆ first just read the question and go through what they have given. So 8th one, m value ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ ಎಷ್ಟು? ಮಾಸ್ 50 kg ಐತಿ. ಮತ್ತೇನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ? ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ 1 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ. ಮೀಟರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ 10 to the power of -2 ಮೀಟರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಜಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 10 ಮೀಟರ್ per second square. ಅದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರು. ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಹೀಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ P is equal to force by area. ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ? ಮಾಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಎಕ್ಸಲೇಷನ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ. ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂದ್ರ ಪೈ ಡಿ ಬೈ 2 ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪೈ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ತರ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 4 times of mg ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಪೈ ಡಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವ. So just substitute the known values, that is 4 into 50 into 10 divided by pi value ಏನೈತಿ? That is constant, that is 3.14 into 10 to the power of -2 whole square. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ 6.4 into 10 to the power of 6 Pascal ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ 8th one ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರ್ತೈತಿ? ಫಾರ್ 8th one C one is the right answer as we calculated. Got this one? Next, 9th one. 2 9th one. 7th one already ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದನ್ನ by using the formula pressure is equal to force by area ಅನ್ನೋದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So next 9th one, 2 syringes of different cross section without needle ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Filled with water are connected with a tightly fitted rubber tube filled with water. Diameters of the smaller piston and larger pistons are 1 centimeter and 3 centimeter respectively. If the force of 10 Newton is applied to the smaller piston, then force exerted on the larger piston ಏನಾಗಬಹುದು? So just go through all the 4 options and try to calculate. ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ ಅವರು? 30 Newton, 60 Newton, 90 Newton and 100 Newton ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So here, since the pressure is for 9th one, pressure is transmitted undiminished throughout the water ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ F1 by A1 is equal to F2 by A2. ಇಲ್ಲಿ Pascal's law use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So F1 and F2 are the forces on smaller and larger piston ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ A1 and A2 are the areas. ಇಲ್ಲೇ F2 ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. therefore A2 by A1 into F1. ಈಗ A2 ಅಂದ್ರ pi D2 divided by 2 whole square divided by A1 andra pi in the bracket D1 by 2 whole square into F1 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೋಬೋದಾ? ಅಥವಾ pi ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು, D2 by D1 whole square ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದಾ? into F1. ಈಗ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. So 3 into 10 to the power of -2 whole square divided by 1 into 10 to the power of -2 whole square into F1 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನು? 10 Newton. ಇದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? 90 Newton ಅಂತ ಬಂತು. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ 9th one ಗೆ the right answer is for 9th one, C one is the right answer. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು ನಮಗ? 90 Newton. Next 10th one. In the question number 9 ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಾರ. If the smaller piston is pushed in through 6 centimeter, how much does the longer piston move out ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾರೆ. And they have given 4 options also. 2 by 3, 3 by 2, 1 by 3 and 1 by 2 centimeter ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, as water is considered to be incompressible, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ volume covered by inward momentum of the smaller piston is equal to volume covered by the outward moment of the larger piston. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ? So that is represented by So we are solving 10th one by taking the help of 9th question. Alena, it is represented as L1 A1 is equal to L2 into A2 ಈಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? L2 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್. L2 ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರ ಸೇಮ್ ನಾವು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಏನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು L2 is equal to D1 divided by D2 whole square into L1 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೋಬೋದಾ? ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ 1/3 ಇಂಟು ಇದು ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಂಟು 6 ಮಾಡಿದರೆ 6/9 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2/3 ಆನ್ಸರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್. So therefore for 10th one 8th one is the right answer. Same ನಾವು ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ 9th one ಗೆ ಅದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ LA1 is equal to L2 into A2 ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು L2 ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೀವಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋಂಥ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ L2 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಆಸ್ 2/3 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 11th one. To what height should a cylindrical vessel be filled with a homogeneous liquid to make the force with which the liquid pressure on the side of the vessel equal to the force exerted by the liquid on the bottom of the vessel anta kelidara, and they have given 4 options. In 4 option ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ equal to the radius ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾ, less than radius ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾ, more than radius ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾ, or 4 times that of radius ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾ ಅಂತ 4 options ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So for 11th one, suppose h be the desired height of the liquid in the cylinder for which force on the bottom and side of the vessel is equal ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ force on the bottom is given by the formula rho g h into pi r square ಅಂತ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Force on the wall of the vessel ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರ that is given by rho g h by 2 into 2 pi r into h ಅಂತ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. According to the question ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ? rho g h pi r square is equal to rho g pi r h square ಅಥವಾ ಏನಾಗತ್ತಿದು r is equal to h ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತ. Therefore the right answer ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? r is equal to h ಅಂದ್ರೆ equal to the radius ಆಯ್ತು. Therefore for 11th one 8th option is the right answer. Got this one? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗತೈತಿ? ಫಿರ್ದೋಸ್, ವಿದ್ಯಾರಾಣಿ, ಚೇತನ್, ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ, ಸದಾಫ್, ಸ್ನೇಹ, ಪವನ್, ರುಚಿತಾ, ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್, ಸುಷ್ಮಿತಾ, ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್, yes. So what and all we are discussing, getting this one? Okay. Next 12th one. A U-tube contains water and methylated spirit separated by mercury. The mercury column in the 2 arms are at the same level with 10 centimeter of water and one arm and 12.5 centimeter of spirit in the other. That is already shown in the diagram here. Relative density of the spirit ಏನಾಗತ್ತ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ. ಸೊ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ವಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ 10 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಏನೈತಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ ಅವ್ರು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇ 12.5 ಏನೈತಿ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಟ್ ಐತಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಏನಿದು ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಮರ್ಕ್ಯುರಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಾರ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅವರು. So from the diagram, as mercury column in 2 arms of U-tube are at the same level adava, therefore pressure due to water is equal to pressure due to spirit column. Adan tagondre rho W H W into G is equal to rho, yes, W ಅಂದ್ರೆ water, ಎಸ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇನು, ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಟ್, ಹೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಟ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಜಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಲೇಷನ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ. ನಾವೇನ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು, ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಟ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಹೆಚ್, ಇದು ಜಿ ಜಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತ, ಹೆಚ್ ಡಬ್ಲ್ಯೂ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ height of water to the height of spirit into density of water ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Therefore, relative density of spirit is given by density of spirit to the density of water is equal to height of water to the height of spirit. So height of water ಎಷ್ಟೈತಿ 10 ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ, height of spirit 12.5 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ನಮಗ. ಸೊ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಸ್ 0.8 is the right answer for 12th one. Got this one? Okay, well, so remaining questions we shall solve in the next session. So based on this, if you are having any doubt, just put in the chat box. Otherwise, we'll end up the session. Having any doubt? Okay, well.